departures, viewers and fans like myself have had to say goodbye to several team members over several years, as the show has experienced its fair share of departures over the last decade. In order to try and keep the show hip and fresh, the producers and writers have had to chop and change characters around almost on a whim. But how many of them do we actually remember? And that's what we're going to be looking at today. So make sure you're sitting back and you're relaxed, you've got yourself a nice beverage as we look at top 10 characters that left Criminal Minds.
That left Criminal Minds.
And we start this list at number 10. At number 10 we have Ella Greenway, who was played by Lola Goldini.
So, yeah, there's the actor, Elle Greenaway, Lola Goldini. She was the first one, to exit Criminal Minds in Season 2, at the start of Season 2. So, here we go.
Now, unless you're an absolute die-hard fan of Criminal Minds, it might be very hard to remember this character, as she was only ever really in the first season. Now, Agent Greenaway was actually shot in her own home by a serial killer as the cliffhanger, as it were, to the end of Season 1. When she came back for Season 2, this character was not the same. She was untrustworthy, she was angry, she was almost incompetent, where, due to a technicality, she actually allowed a serial rapist and murderer to get away, to which point she basically tracked him down and shot him in cold blood. Now that is one badass FBI agent. Now, she was never formally charged with this crime as she claimed self-defense, but that was basically the last time we ever saw Agent Greenaway. Now at number 9 we have Jason Gideon, played by Mandy Patigan.
Mandy Patigan. So, you guys know who Mandy Patigan is? I'll show you the guy. Okay, you can't see him very good here.
Who said that?
That's right, that guy.
Yeah, here he is. So, yeah, you see that? That's Jason Gideon, played by Mandy Patigan. So, Mandy Patigan is this guy, and he was only there, for 3 seasons, guys. But he left, prior to Season 4. But he was there for 3 seasons.
An original cast member, he left the show prior to Season 4, citing creative differences, whatever the hell that means, as the reason for his departure. Now, a representative for Mandy Patigan in 2007 said that due to creative differences, Mandy had asked not to return to Criminal Minds this season. He would, however, the studios and the network him from services, and he wishes the cast and crew good success in endeavors to continuing to work with the Disney and CBS company and other entities in the future. This is like a nice on friends parting ways. It actually wasn't that simple. In fact, the showrunner at the time, Ed Bernero, actually posted on a fan site saying everyone involved in the show has for 2 years bent over backwards to give anything in capital letters. Not the best parting of ways. Now, most people would have just...
So, that means, the actors and the people, were giving him, more money to stay in the show, actually.
Just left it there. You had the star of the show, he kept demanding more and more that you couldn't give him, and he basically went, if you can't meet these demands, I will leave. And they said, look, you're going to have to leave because we can't afford it.
Now, the reason why he departed is because he wanted, more money. But they said, we can't afford it, so you're gonna have to leave, Mandy.
He can claim whatever the heck he likes, but he has clearly hurt the producers and writers on the show, because he was only there for 3 seasons. In the 10th season of Criminal Minds...
So in Season 10, they decided, to kill him.
They decided, not entirely sure why, to kill him.
So here's Gideon's death in Season 10 of Criminal Minds. But they didn't bring him back. They just played a guy that looked like him there.
Are you sure?
Let's get in.
They didn't even bring back Mandy Patigan, they just had someone play a corpse under a white sheet. A classy end for a classy guy.
Yeah. That's all they had to do, to, keep him going.
Now at number 8 we have Jennifer Giroux, played by AJ Cook.
So here's Jennifer Giroux, JJ, played by AJ Cook. So AJ Cook is this woman right here. Cool, huh?
Do you remember the time where the show decided to make cost-cutting measures by letting go one of our favourite characters in Jennifer Giroux? Well, I remember, and many Jennifer Giroux fans were quite rightfully upset, to a point where the producers and writers brought her back quickly to the series, and now she is still a regular. Now, because she was one of everybody's favourite characters, having basically disappeared for one season and a half, and then coming back, it almost sort of felt like it was a breakup more than a goodbye. In fact, AJ Cook once told TV Guide that it happened completely out of nowhere, and it was a "it's not you, it's me" sort of thing. So instead of fans just being able to let go one of their favourite characters, they actually ripped our heart out and then a season later tried to shove it back in again. I will say this though, I am thankful that they did it because she is one of my favourite characters. I'm sure that she is one of yours as well. And without her, the show really wouldn't be what it is. At number 7, we have Ashley Shiva, played by Rachel Nichols.
So here's Ashley Shiva, played by Rachel Nichols. This woman right here.
Now, originally hired to fill the void left by Emmeline Prentice's first departure in Season 6, Ashley Shiva failed to fully connect with fans, with CBS choosing not to have her come back after just one season. And let's be honest, CBS made the right decision here because even in her first ever episode, her first outing with the BAU, she almost gets herself killed by the serial killer they're tracking. Idiot.
Yeah, she was almost, killed, in that first episode with them. And they just had to let her go.
At number 6, we have Emily Prentice, played by Paget Brewster.
Okay. I don't...
Roll this one.
Things never change.
Hey, you!
Hi.
Emily Prentice, Paget Brewster.
Oh, donuts? Wait, did you happen to get...
Chocolate frosted with sprinkles. Yes, how could I forget your favorite?
Okay, that's better. After making her debut in Season 2 as Special Agent Emily Prentice, Brewster left the series in Season 7. Now, Paget Brewster actually said in a statement, "After 6 wonderful years playing Emily Prentice, I've decided it's time for me to move on. As much as I would miss my Criminal Minds family, I'm excited about future and other opportunities." In fact, she had so many opportunities since leaving Criminal Minds that she actually made several appearances over the next few seasons and came back as a regular in Season 12. Now, as sarcastic as that might have been, I think it's all for the best that she's back because she was one of the fan favourites and one of my personal favourites as well. But now being the head of the BAU, I'm not so sure. At number 5, we have Alex Blake, played by Janine Triplehorn, which, by the way, is an awesome name.
So there's Alex Blake, played by Janine Triplehorn. So there's Triplehorn right there.
Now, after playing Agent Blake, who was a replacement to Paget Brewster's Emily Prentice for 2 seasons, Season 8 and 9, Triplehorn departed, reportedly due to failed contract negotiations. Now, to me, that sounds like Triplehorn was asking for more money than the show thought she was worth. And although it was a half-decent character, I'm of the opinion that they probably made the right decision with this because it was almost as if she was the female version of Spencer Reid. And isn't that a lovely thought? And at number 4, we have Kate Callahan, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt.
So there's Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she plays Kate Callahan. So there she is right there.
Now, having made her as Kate Callahan in 10, Jennifer Love Hewitt only spent 1 season on the show, to focus on her after announcing her second pregnancy. Showrunner Eric Mercer that Jennifer wanted to be able to give this second baby everything that she gave her first, and that's taking time off to be a full-time mother. Now, while I completely understand her reason for leaving the show, and as opposed to most other people on this list, it seems like a perfectly worthwhile reason for leaving the a little infuriated because when she first started, you recognized Jennifer Love Hewitt, and they brought in a bit of star power to try and get the show back, and I sat there and went, no, there's no way that she's going to be able to play an effective FBI agent, but boy was I wrong, because she started to grow on me and she became one of my favorites, and then they took her away from me. Hashtag bring back Jennifer. Now at number 3 we have Derek Morgan, played by Shemar Moore.
So, Derek Morgan, Shemar Moore.
Now, fans were stunned in Season 11 when Moore's character, Derek Morgan, a beloved team member since the show first started, he was one of the original characters, decided to leave the BAU to focus more on his wife and child. And as it turns out, life was imitating art, as Moore said he was looking forward to starting a family and admitted to feeling an itch for something new. That itch, of course, being genital herpes.
What?
I'm just kidding. In fact, he put in a statement that my fans and my family at Criminal Minds have been so good to me. I'm not opposed to those doors opening up again. Now, it may not be permanently and it may not be for a full season, but if there's an opportunity to go back and dance and play, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Now, I'm sure we'd all like to see Derek Morgan back at the BAU, but to be perfectly honest, after that heart-wrenching goodbye, and those heart-wrenching scenes saying goodbye to Penelope Garcia and Spencer Reid and everybody else, I'm not sure my heart can take it. At number 2, we have Aaron Hotchner, played by Thomas Gibson.
So there's Aaron Hotchner, played by Thomas Ellis Gibson. So there's Thomas Ellis Gibson right there. Now he's a good person.
Now, following an on-set incident during which Gibson kicked a writer over what he calls creative differences, the actor was suspended for 2 weeks before the decision was made to fire him from the show. ABC and CBS Studios then put out a statement saying, Thomas Gibson has been dismissed from Criminal Minds. Creative details for how the character's exit will be addressed in the show will be announced at a later date. As for Gibson, who was one of the original members who has been on the show since it debuted in 2005, he said, I hope to see it through to the end, but that won't be possible now. Well, of course it won't be possible. You can't go around kicking people over creative differences. And this is the second person on this list who left because of creative differences. What the hell does that even mean? And at number 1, we have Dr. Spencer Reid.
Dr. Spencer Reid, Matthew Gray Goober. There's Matthew right there.
Played by Matthew Gray Gubler.
What?
Now, before you go attacking me in the comments, when filming this, we are currently in the middle of Season 12, and Spencer has been absent for a few episodes in this season for a variety of reasons, most of them to do with his mother's illness. Now, with Season 12 perhaps being the last season of Criminal Minds that we'll ever have, and many of the original characters now gone, is this the writers' and producers' way of letting us down easy, or is he leaving due to creative differences? But you guys let me know what you think. Do you think he's leaving, or do you think he's gone on vacation, or is he sick? Leave it in the comment section down below, because right now it kind of looks like they're getting rid of him.
So yeah, they were trying to, get rid of, Spencer Reid in Season 12, but they let him, go on to Season 13, 14, and 15. But then he departed after 15 seasons, and now here comes Season 16 with 6 of the original characters. Emily Prentice, everybody's coming back except for Dr. Spencer Reid, Matthew Gray Garber, and Matt Simmons. How cool is that? Well, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.